everyone, Matt here. In today's video, I'm going to do a little short lesson for you on groove development. I've got a really neat funk jam track here called Let the Beat Groove You. It's a very syncopated, funky backing track, a drumless backing track, so you get to make up your own drum part. But the bass guitar in particular is what I'm focusing on during this track. The bass guitar is very syncopated. It's got some really sporadic sort of offbeat hits, or notes that he's playing. But then in between those notes there's some space. So that allows you to sort of embellish with your hands and keep the kick drum, locked in tight with the bass player. So I'm just going to sort of play through this track and give you some ideas on how I approach a track like this that has a very syncopated bass guitar part, and just sort of give you some ideas on what I would do. Okay, so let's just give the track a listen, and I'll sort of play along with my foot what my kick drum part's going to be, and that'll give you an idea of the empty space that I'm talking about in between those bass guitar notes. All right. So it starts out with this groove. So it's space, more space, fill, and then it comes in with this. Space. Empty space. Okay, see what I mean? Alright. And then back to this. Okay, so you get the idea. Each of those bass drum hits, or bass guitar hits, you could just play along with your kick drum. But then your hands are left to really carry the groove through during that space where the bass guitar isn't playing. Okay? Because for the most part in funk music, the bass player and the drummer are really carrying the groove. I think. In a lot of funk songs like this. All right? So let me just start this thing over. And I'll just sort of play along and give you some ideas on some things I would do to fill in that space in between those bass guitar hits. Okay? Kind of missed some of them. But yeah, that just sort of gives you an idea on what you could do to fill in those holes. Basically what I was doing, during the main, what would be the verse section, the kick drum is right? But instead of keeping this straight, I'm kind of, doing some ghost notes with this hand and opening the hi-hat a little bit because it's a really quick hit. It's not like a crash crash. It's a quick little. And then for the chorus, it's basically just kind of one kick drum hit, and then since that part's kind of airy, the synth comes in. Excuse me. I moved to the ride cymbal for that chorus section. Yeah, let me just see if I can play that chorus section again. So, So yeah, that kind of gives you an idea on the chorus. What would be the chorus? Move to the ride. Because again, it's kind of airy, kind of, it's kind of pretty actually when the synth comes in. Just sort of adds a little more atmosphere to it. I think moving to a ride cymbal as opposed to keeping it all on the hi-hat. But that's kind of personal choice on the the sound that you're looking for. But yeah, that just kind of gives you an idea on what I would do in a track like this. Just wanted to throw this out here real quick. I just heard this track and I was like, this is kind of cool. So I decided just to throw this little video together. I imagine if I spent a little more time on it, I could probably come up with something really, really, tasteful. But again, I just heard this track, so I figured I'd do a video for it. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed. I hope this will give you an idea on some things to do in a track with a really syncopated bass line, and some ways to fill in some of that space if there's some space in between those bass guitar hits. Okay, so yeah, thanks so much for watching. And again, this track was called "Let the Beat Groove You." It's on YouTube. It's by a channel, and I can't really tell what the channel is as far as the way they have it spelled. I can't tell if it's an L or a number 1 or what. But yeah, if you want to play along with the track, you could probably just do a YouTube search for "Let the Beat Groove You" drumless jam track. All right. So again, thanks so much for watching, and we will see you next time.